Oh, we're streaming.
We're getting there.
Yeah, your shirt matches the walls. Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Okay. All right, mute me. Okay. All right, we don't have the music to start things off, so I'll give it the 3, 2, 1 clap and we'll get going, all right?
All right.
3, 2, 1.
It's weird not starting with the music.
This one is very odd. We've done a few where we've had no music to start, but doing a chatter radio, this is the first time we've done no music in a while, I think.
It almost happens too fast. We don't have the build up. Like with the song and stuff, we have a little build up, we get hyped, and then we kind of just like lead into it. Now it's just like boom and start funny man. Tell us a joke, funny man.
It feels weird. Honestly, it does feel very weird.
You know, you ever hang out with someone and like you've told or you just seen this from afar, like you know someone's funny, and then people just tell you how someone funny is, and then you just see someone, like you just say something to them, you just expect them to be funny.
I know exactly what you're saying. The problem is they never live up to the hype after that part.
It's like, what do we expect them just to be fucking funny right off the bat?
Or you just tell the guy and they're just gonna tell a joke. That's the first thing you're gonna do.
Like, tell us a joke, funny guy.
Let's hear it, jackass.
Show 143, Rock Hill. Show 144.
144, yeah.
Yeah, show 144, Rock Hill preview, Chatter Radio. So we're going to preview this weekend's, unofficial World Cup number 3 and 4 this weekend in Rock Hill. We're going to talk about the first straight, the little double. We'll get into. It's a fan favorite right now. We got a fun little game today too.
I'm really interested about this game that you came up with today, T. I think, like we said, it might actually be one of the elite games. It might be very elite.
Elite game.
We also have I'm going to say now because he's about to enter, we have a special guest joining us for the show. I think people will enjoy this one. We got, I don't have the sound bite, but we got Mr. Live to Race, Mr. I Hate That Guy, Sylvain Andre joining us on the show.
There he is.
How's it going, buddy? Oh, your mute's on. Turn your mute off.
It's his first day.
Yeah, your mute's on. You got to unmute it. You just hung up.
I might have to. This part might have to be edited out. Like we talk about the janky show, whatever it is. This part might have to be edited out.
All right, he'll probably come back.
He probably will.
You guys here?
Oh, there he is. I like how it just says iPhone Live to Race is his name. Yeah, we can hear you. How's it going, buddy?
Cool. Yeah, I had a hard time finding the coffee password, downloading the app and stuff. But are we live yet?
Yeah, we're live. Where'd your video go?
Oh, I'm just checking WhatsApp, because I'm not gonna spend my entire time talking to you guys.
What do you mean? You don't want to spend your entire time talking with us? We're a great time.
We're really fun, Sylvain. I know you missed me.
I'm good.
I was
I know, but you never showed this.
How was your guys' gym sesh on Saturday? Who benched more?
I mean, I bet it's pretty easy to guess the answer, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
I think if James would have completed the challenge, he would have shown up on socials, which he didn't.
I'll be honest, this is true. I would have been posting it everywhere if I actually got it done, but I didn't, so I couldn't post too much. Here's the thing, okay? I had the idea of going this huge max out bench press. I was a huge pyramid set, never pyramid set, whatever that is, never do it. I was like, we're going to have some fun today. It's Saturday. We're going to blow it out. What is it when you just take way too big of a bite, way too much on your plate? Like I got to the third round of 6 and I was already done. I was just on the floor.
But to be honest, I could tell from the first set that you would not complete the challenge.
For anyone that doesn't know the challenge, so we did 10, 8, 6, 6, 8, 10 on the reps, and we did 80 kilos, 90, 100, 100, 90, 80. I swear to you, I promise, I'm not lying when I say I've done 10, 8, 6, 8, 10 before with that. But this time, no, not even close.
That's pretty tiring. It's pretty tiring.
It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
That much rest though, but yeah, it is what it is. James, you gotta work for next time. You gotta be ready next time.
I'm coming. To be honest with you, I think I've missed the beach pod for 2022. I'm thinking beach pod 2023 starts now.
Bro, okay, I gotta ask, what's with the jersey in the gym, Sylvain?
So, well, the thing is pretty much like the same as the jersey now at 4 p.m. I think we had track session 9 to 10 ish. So I did that. Then went on to do some sprints, and then I was just comfy in my race kit. So we went to Panera Bread, had a little lunch date with James, and we went straight to the gym from there. So I was like, I've been sweating this morning already. I'm not gonna change and sweat again. So I just kept the entire full kit, and I went shopping after that with the full kit on.
What a fucking racer this guy is.
He just lives in that thing.
I mean, it's comfy. Like, why? Like that's something I don't get with people. Like they go to the track for like 2 hours, they sweat and all that stuff, and right after they're done, they change. Like no, like stay in your full kit, stay in your shit, and you shower as soon as you get back home.
It's more comfortable to wear a short sleeve t-shirt.
No.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing, what if you're sweating all day at the track? Why do you want to keep that on afterwards? Why don't you just take it off? The jersey's going to soak up a bunch of the sweat that you've had. When you put a t-shirt on, you're not going to smell as bad as if you just kept the jersey on.
Gotcha. That's the point. But it's not even like it's not warm enough here to be like really sweaty anyway. So
Sylvain, in your professional BMX racer, anything can happen opinion, what do you think of the Rock Hill rebuild?
You know what? It's actually better than what it looks. I've seen a few videos before coming here, and the track, like second, third, and fourth straight, last straight, they're good. They're actually quite technical because of the size of the jump. Second straight is quite big, and third straight has like big, like doubles, but with like big rollers, so you kind of take off before the top of the jump. So that makes it a little harder, I feel like. But I don't know why they rebuilt the turn with a shitty asphalt, if that's how we say it here in the coffee. So that's not cool because the corner used to be great. I think they were deteriorating.
Yeah.
Whatever. After many years, in the middle part of the turn, it's like slick, and you can tell like it's tough to go on dry. If it's wet, it's carnage.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not gonna touch base on the second jump. I saw you guys posted something about it, and then I'm pretty surprised that Tom Ritz did the rebuild. So I'm like, did he add the direction and he had to do some shitty second, like not even the jump, like I don't know the thing with this because I couldn't see Tom Ritz doing this on the BMX track.
Yeah, and that's a good point because sometimes I think, and I've probably been guilty of it too, we get like annoyed with the way certain things are built, but the track builders' hands might be tied in what they can do too. Like I don't know the situation.
Neither do I, but I have a suspicion, like based off like we know he's a good track builder. The rest of the track is built like really well. I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to like there was a rush on time and or dirt. So like maybe they're running out of dirt. He didn't have time to stay extra days. And he's like, you guys could do something. And they just like left it. And then instead of like doing something, they just left a little speed bump.
That's not like, to me, it's not possible. Like around the track, they've been building houses for like 7 years straight. So there's fucking lot of stuff. I mean,
Sylvain.
Maybe they just. No.
I was gonna say, you remember the two little rollers in Copenhagen in the middle of the straightaway? Are they smaller than that?
Way smaller. Like Copenhagen, you would
manual.
like pump, or you would manual pedal.
Yeah.
This is like nothing. You can. It was steep and deep in Copenhagen compared to that. Yeah, like the photo you posted like doesn't lie. It's actually like the real It's how flat it is. It's crazy. Yeah. It's bad, but
Yeah.
it's like this.
So this is going to be one of those shows where we
That's
just struggle with some connection with Sylvain, I think.
Yeah, Sylvain, the Wi-Fi is El Horrible where you are.
yeah, it's the best I can do.
Are
That's
you
fine.
are you going home after Rock Hill, or are you staying stateside for a bit, or what are you doing?
No, I'm going home. I go home. I go home. Race some Euro Cups in April, and I come back for. I must come back for the one in Tulsa, like the new track. So that's the plan.
That'll be good.
You can hear me.
I can hear you right now.
Yeah, we can. It's very laggy.
Yeah, very
No,
laggy.
that's fine.
Yeah. No, to be honest, like I was going to touch on the turns because you brought those up. It is surprising for a track that's built to handle like so much weather. Like this is probably one of the best surfaces in the world for if it rains, you can still ride it no problem. It's grippy and whatnot. And the turns used to be the same too. I mean, they used to have good asphalt turns. They're probably, in my opinion, like some of the best built turns for racing for the most part. They were starting to deteriorate a lot in the past years, just I think from the brutal winters here. And then this time it looked like they just put fresh asphalt down, but they put some kind of like paint on it or coating. And dude, yeah, it's slippery as heck. Like the amount of people just kind of chirping a tire here and there when it's dry, it's crazy. Like when it was wet, everyone was just tiptoeing through. I mean, it's gonna be interesting if it does rain and we are forced, like we will ride, we'll race in the rain. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen in the turns.
Yeah, and even like the shape of the turn, like usually like you have a nice little shape,
Mm-hmm.
and it used to be like this, and now like there's a new asphalt, and it's even flat. Like especially like out of the first turn, it's
Mm-hmm.
like the last third of the turn is fucking flat. So it's not cool. So you're not gaining as much speed that we used to do. So it's gonna be interesting if we have some bit of a wet turn and headwind in the second straight. That'd be cool
Yeah.
to see.
I think too the amateur third straight looks way better. Like I think for the elite women, it'll be much better third straight. They have to jump and manual through, and it looks much better than it was before.
Yeah, before was nothing.
Yeah.
Before it was just like same as the second jump for us. Just like go through this, like whatever you did, it was the same. Now it's a bit technical.
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit more of a rhythm section. I think it's really cool that they're bigger jumps, let the girls kind of once again showcase some of those skills. But it kind of feels like they just have 2 second straights in a row. And I know that's like, every track's different. It doesn't have to be rhythm section third. It's nothing like that. But it's like the jumps on the second straight almost would be better. Oh, sorry, the jumps on the third straight would almost be better on the second straight, and then just make some more technical stuff on the third straight for them. Girls seem to be handling no problem, but yeah.
I feel like they're gonna struggle enough in the last straight, so that's fine.
The
last straight looks much better than the last one, though. I would just pump everything.
That was
before.
Yeah. The last straight, the fast line was like tap to step up, and there's pump. And that was the fastest line. Like there was no point to waste energy doing it.
No, I know. James, how are we doing on the hill? I know it's not your favorite.
You know what? We're doing a formal protest Thursday, as per usual. Every practice day before racing, formal protest going down. Anybody that wants to bring a white picket fence and pitchforks and whatnot, join the party. But otherwise, it's pretty good. The best part about it, Pro Gate Europe. Winning starts with the Great Gate. They have a Pro Gate Europe up on the top of the hill. Best gate out there.
Yeah, best gate out there. Sylvain Andre, hell of a starter. Won plenty of races on a Pro Gate Europe. What do you think, Sylvain? You winning this weekend or what?
I might go. Yeah, I might win all 3. I feel like.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like since I've raced Houston, there was not much competition, not much international people coming overseas. So yeah, I don't really see who can stop me this weekend from getting a clean sweep. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't think I'll join the protest of James, because like even it's okay, like there's the size of the heel, but even that little step out of the Pro Gate Europe like grip, this like transition from right after the gate to the concrete. I mean, like, come on, they built that in 2015, which is like 7 years ago, and they still haven't found like a easy solution to make it a little better. So that drives me crazy. That's for sure.
Boy, does that just not sum up BMX in a nutshell, or what?
I gotta say, that's like a very picky. That's somebody who knows like what they ride. Like Sylvain knows he knows what he feels under the ground on the bike coming out of the gate. That's a very picky thing, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like that little just bit of drop, it's right in the pedal stroke. It's a little weird. It is.
Doesn't Zolder have that too?
They kind of fix it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where they kind of fix it. How'd they kind of fix it?
Like they took a little piece of metal from that grip, and they make, like, instead of going like this, they make a little triangle kind of stuff. Like it's nothing to do. Like, I mean, I don't know how much they spend when they rebuild a fucking track with asphalt and all that. Like, that's, I think old school will do it. We should ask him in staging. Old school, can you fix the gate? He's like, yeah, everyone stop what they're doing. I'm fixing the gate.
Yeah, but I'm surprised though, like they haven't just moved the gate up, because I mean that's where the problem is. It's short to the kink, which, you know, we're talking about this protest. It's anyway, it's not a big deal, but it's like I'm surprised they haven't just moved the gate up a bit. Like they have, there's probably material to buy to just move it up. And they're good to go.
I feel like that was I think someone told me that was the plan originally, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, and that's why it ended up being short, right? Because like they didn't put it up when they just like, oh, we'll just put it down there.
Yeah, and they just kind of made it work.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can still probably race it though this weekend, I think.
Me and Sylvain were having a chat about it, because you know when
they have the world. Oh, go ahead.
What was that?
I don't know what Sylvain was saying, but I was going to bring up a point. One of those shows, guys, but one of those shows is just kind of flowing. But we were talking about how, so the reason why we don't like it, myself and Sylvain, are we gate with one foot, we ride with the other. So compared to a normal supercross hill, we're losing a full pedal stroke, where the guys who ride with and start with the same foot, they're doing the same as they would on the normal hill. And now all the guys like, you know, Romain, they're saying to us, like, now you have to deal with the struggle of, you know,
you guys get half a crank more than like people like me who go same, and all you guys do is whine and bitch about it for one weekend. Oh my God, race it.
You're a same.
Sorry, you don't get it.
Oh, okay, but here's my counter argument to that. Okay, the faster you're going, the less half a pedal stroke makes. So for the people that go same, you're not doing anything different down the hill than you would on a normal hill. For us, we're the ones that have to change, and we lose a full pedal stroke than we're used to. So it's completely different. And because, you know, it's taken that away, like that half crank does more for the guys going all the way to the bottom of Rock Hill than it does for us going to the bottom of a regular hill.
Yes, but what I'd say to that is BMX historically, we always race on different kinds of hills and everything. So not every hill should be the exact same, just like gate timing is not the same. You know, we always, like I said, we grew up riding different hills. It shouldn't be the same. We just have to adapt to whatever it is.
No, there's a rule. If we want to,
no.
Yeah, but if you say that's the beginning of, okay, we can use a pro start instead of a pro gate, and then
whoa, too far.
What?
No, but like no, but like,
what's that gate? Never heard
just
of
trying
that.
to be serious, but like if you leave like those like if we can I don't know what's the word, even in French I have no idea, but if we can have a few features that stays the same over the event and like create a consistency in our sport, I would say. And if you start taking them away, then it becomes bullshit. Like I've heard, like in Supercross, for example, the triples, they're all the same length.
Yep.
Oh, he's on a good point too, and we lost him.
I know. It's a good rant.
Fuck. Oh no!
I'll try to continue until he comes back. But
yeah,
I know what he's talking about. It's like you want things to be different, but you want a few standards.
Format that the triple needs to be this one.
Yes. Okay. What I would say to that though is all the hills, like even the 8-meter hills, are all different. Look at Papandal to Argentina. I mean, it's completely different. One's scaffolding and one's concrete. So, and the shape is different, like the steepness, everything. Like it's quite a bit different. So they're already different.
But they all try to be built to the same quote unquote specs. This one was just built a different spec, or it was supposed to be a certain spec, and it's just wrong.
Okay, so side note, why can't we make them all the same then? Like, why can't, like, if we have the specs for a hill, why, and they're built with scaffolding? I guess, like, not that I'll build with scaffolding, but let's say for the sake of argument, vast majority are, like, why can't they be the exact same? Because if you just follow the measurements of everything, I feel like there's no reason why it can't be.
I agree with you. I think the scaffolding ones are all very similar, but you're right, it does feel like some are different. So it's got to be like maybe the type of scaffolding, like the shape of some things, it gets bent a little bit more than another thing. Like, I don't know. You think?
Am I back, guys?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, if we want to make them all the same, like this, a lot of the hills are still, even though they're 8-meter or whatever, they're still different. But for instance, even the scaffolding hills, they're all different. So I don't understand why we can't make them all the same. Like if we have all the same measurements of what everything needs to be cut, why can't it be the exact same pitch and everything?
Yeah, I still feel like it's might be tough to get the exact same angle everywhere and stuff. But at some point, like there are specs, and you show up to Rock Hill 2014, 15 when it was made, and you're the fucking UCI, and you're like, oh no, that's not by the specs. You want to have the world in 2 years? No, you fucking like rebuild it. You know, like I don't get it. So then, what if then we went to the both races in Australia. None of the hill went by the specs. So then, if you start from there, like we can do whatever the fuck we want, and everything's gonna work. And at some point, I feel like the UCI has to do their job and say like, no, that's not by the rule. So if you want to do that race, you have to go by the rule. Whatever the rule is, like it's not even like if the rule becomes it's 7 meters, so we'll fucked with the crank and stuff. It's fine. But just like if you write a rule, just go by that rule. Pretty simple to me.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I'm kind of for that too. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of people out there who will do the constant thing of it, BMX, like learn to adapt, like cause everything's not supposed to be the same. But my argument is that is always like the sport has grown. We've turned into a very professional sport where we have standards. I mean, we race off a standard size hill. You know, we have a certain size of track. They're not building a super skinny track. We're not building split lanes anymore. Like we have a pretty standardized track. So it's like, I agree with that point. It's like keep something standard. And our standard is like the gate and the hill at least is always the same.
It's too bad.
Drinks his orange juice.
I'm hoping the rider reps will do a job. We work something about it.
I don't know, man. They're pretty shady, those two rider reps. I wouldn't trust them.
I wouldn't either. What are you talking about?
I had some informal meeting with them the other day at that same coffee spot. It went pretty well. They're good people.
Yeah, highly classified meeting, probably.
At least Laura is.
Well, we chatted about like because the points we brought up weren't secret by means. I think we've chatted about it on this show. What are your thoughts, Sylvain, like about the stuff we kind of brought up and knowing how the system works, where it's like stuff can't really be changed drastically because it takes so long? What were your thoughts?
On what exactly?
Kind of the points we brought up, the points we tried to bring, like trying to bring different kind of safety elements, press conferences, media stuff, that kind of thing.
Yeah. When you brought the media stuff with press conferences and stuff, there's so many easy things to do, and I think someone has to take responsibility for putting them in place. Whoever is the organizer or the UCI, like same thing. If the UCI put a rule saying the organizer has to organize that kind of after like pre and post race press conference, then you have to do it. I think there's some really easy stuff to do. We talk also about safety, where I feel like so we might be maybe a bit biased because we all race in 6D helmet, but I feel like there should be a rule somewhere, because today it's pretty much no man's land. So you can ride with whatever helmet you want, and I feel like even the UCI has been lucky on this because there hasn't been that many big head injury, and I don't think, or I don't know if there was ever some people that sue the word,
Yeah.
sue the UCI. But I feel like they're pretty lucky. So I think we should find or the UCI should create maybe a standoff for us for BMX, which could be somewhere in between like no man's land and the motocross. So you don't completely shake the industry. Sorry guys.
That's fine.
But yeah, I think that would be cool. We
So
also
that, Sylvain lit the hotel on fire.
the Charlotte Fire Department just drive through me. That's fine. You can see it.
Hey, James, have you guys talked about, like, because other sports have like a return to play clearance after a head injury? Have you guys talked about that?
So one of the things we brought up was the concussion protocol stuff, because it seems like there's not enough of like I'll just keep calling it protocol involved. So one of the things I kind of mentioned was back in the day when I ski raced, you had to do a concussion protocol test every year so that they have your baseline, so that they can, when you do have an incident, that they have a baseline to work with. Because some organizations, some countries, whatever team you're on, you might be there by yourself. Somebody might not be able to check you out. So then if they have your baseline, they could be the ones to check you out. So that's whoever the safety on hand is, the medical team, whatever. So we did talk about that and brought that idea up. I'm not sure what will come from it, but that was just kind of an idea if we want to have something better in place for return to play stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, boys. You just asked Saya, Rom, and Laura if I had 5 minutes as well. And I think something I didn't brought to the table the other day is like, I feel like it might be controversial what I'm gonna say, but watching a lot of like supercross races and like snowboard, the Olympics, for example, like, you know all those sports where they have to run how do you say, like a bib.
Yeah.
I feel like if we want to, let's put it this way. Nowadays we have 8-meter pretty standard sports, even though the heat are all different. And we want to bring this, like we want the money to come to that format, no matter what. And I feel like we should find ways to adapt our sport to the one that could pay for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I thought about it a lot, and I feel like the 8-meter format with long 30-second laps and stuff, it's not super easy to put that on TV, rather than maybe having some 6-man races on a USA BMX type of track where we do 5 laps within an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's pretty tough, because obviously that's not the way we're going with the Olympics. But I feel like we should try to create something else. So us as racer, we have both to race on. So you have 2 opportunities to like either make money and still going to the Olympics, because at the end of the day, those are the same guy wins out of 1, 2, 5, or 8 meters. So I think that's something we should consider. I don't know in which way. If I think the UCI could work on this. That could be their responsibilities. But large topic. But I feel like we could think outside the box and try to adapt our sport to the public, rather than do the exact opposite. Like this is how it is, and pay us to run that format, basically.
Yeah, because we've tried that for 30 years. It ain't working. So we probably, you're right. If we had to change the sport a bit to adapt and I don't know, be on TV more, I think we should all be up for it. I know it's easy, like maybe for me to say because I'm not racing now, but like, what would you guys, would you be down to change the sport a bit to be more on TV? Like, I think I would if I was racing.
Yeah. I mean, I've always said it'd be cool to it's cool to have 2 different kind of disciplines in this. If one of our disciplines is the regular BMX Supercross, and we change another one like our small hill stuff to somehow work within that format of, get on TV somehow, I'm all for it too. Yeah. Get the eyeballs.
Yeah.
We need the eyeballs.
Well, yeah,
Just
it's a huge topic.
Just 5-minute laps. 5-minute laps, just continuous action.
You can think about any format. If like the one watching, they want to get into it, you go in triathlon. They did a super league. It's called Super League, and they basically took the sport apart and they did some like much different formats. But the guy that raced there and the women, they're the same that race World Cup and win World Cups. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do like some eliminator race. We do like, I don't know, anything that can bring value and money to us. Like,
Yeah.
guys, I'll have to go.
Au revoir, mon frère. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Sorry for the connection, and don't forget, you have to be fast on the track.
Snap on green, Sylvain.
See you, buddy.
Do you want to say hi to? Look at this couple. Aren't they cute?
Oh, look at Sia and Romain, just adorable. Look at them. Look at them. Look how cute they are.
So cute.
Oh. All right. See you, buddy.
Thanks, Sylvain.
See ya.
Later.
And you know what, James? Like, that's a good point, because when Supercross came to be, like, Johan changed the sport. Like, he took what the sport was and then tried whatever it was, downhill Supercross, and then kind of came into the modern day Supercross, what it is now. But he changed it to be more appealing to the X Games and Olympics and everything, and it worked. Like, it really worked, because the BMX was in the X Games and then obviously came into the Olympics. But we have two disciplines now, so we can just do it again and just adapt to something else completely.
I totally agree. I think it's something to think about. I mean, our whole goal, we always love to say, we need more eyeballs on the sport. We want to be on TV. It'll grow the sport. And if we can find a way, let's do it. And like, it has to be a drastic change. One of those things, if it's a drastic change, I bet you it's hard to get off the ground at first. But if it was big enough to, gain success down the road, like, people would start to turn for it and be interested. And so hopefully more outside companies, TV rights, everything would be kind of fall into place as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure people thought Johan was crazy and BMX Supercross was just so stupid at first.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, they had to have, right? Like,
yeah,
why the hell are we riding up this massive hill now? Like, we're not generating any speed, any power ourselves. It's like, well, we do, and people loved it at first. Like, it was in the Duke Tour as well. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it was big time for a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, some people still don't love it now, but it really is the premier elite racing format now with World Cups and Olympics and everything. So, getting into the Sylvain social media check-in, I saw Meryl's post this morning. So yeah, back injury, which looks like she's been dealing with since 2017, bulging disc from what she said, I believe.
Yeah.
Meryl Smulders.
Bulging disc that she had, that she was dealing with, kind of, made the best of it for the past 3 years, wasn't an issue, but I guess it's been acting up after the big Olympic year, and gonna have to take a little breather, I guess, for a little while, a little break from training, from racing for a bit.
Do you think you've ever done anything like that to your back? I kind of wonder if I have. I hope not. But like, honestly, now I can say, like, after a time, I for sure did damage to my lower back. No question. Like, because even now, like, it's fine. Like, I don't have, like, I can still do everything fine, but definitely, like, did some damage. I don't know if it's like cartilage damage or what, but it's not like amazing.
No, I kind of know what you mean. It's like we put so much stress on our back sometimes. Like, I've had workouts where I leave, like, my back is on fire, and I like to think it's just my muscles, because I can feel the muscles. That gets better every time. But even like, I put less stress on it nowadays, I'd say. But playing, like, training in the gym and then trying to play golf is not good for your back. I can tell you that much, because I come home with tight back from that a lot.
Yeah, and I still like foam roll and stretch every day. Like now, like, I can lift fine and everything, but if I back squat, like, it doesn't hurt while I'm doing it, but then like the days or week after, my low back will hurt. I can't really back squat anymore.
I feel like it's something that if you're not doing it often, like anything like that, it's gonna feel bad when you get back to it.
Yeah, and there's no reason for me to do it now, but I actually, back feels better like when I do lift consistently.
When you activate the muscles a little bit, get them fine.
Yeah,
a bit.
Like, it starts hurting more and aching more, like, if I don't.
I can see that, I guess, too. Yeah.
But I saw Meryl's post, she's getting pain down her legs and stuff. I get that sometimes too, which is so not good.
Really? Yeah, that's gnarly. Because I mean, that very well could be something, hitting your nerve or something, right? That's what it
Yeah,
always
it's
really is. So,
pinching the nerve in your glute, probably. Yeah.
so
Not good. Take care of your backs, kids.
it's good to see her. Like, I feel like what I like to see these days is like people aren't just brushing over things. Like, I think I brought up Say's post last time, and now you see Meryl like kind of taking action. Like, she wants to fix it long term. She's not just blowing through it. And I think there's been this thing back in the days you kind of just push through as an athlete. It's like, oh, it's fine, like just kind of push through. But people are understanding like there's long term effects if you do that. Like get stuff fixed now, get it done right, and then get back to it, or you're going to be better off in the long term.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Like if you're hurt, you're hurt. Like, and looking back, like I pushed through a lot of shit, like back injuries too, like when I probably shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually last year I raced in Paris, like in 2018, I couldn't even race the first day because I hurt my back
Yeah.
the first day in practice. And like I couldn't even like put socks on or anything. And I managed to race Sunday, and like I could race, but I could hardly gate. And like realistically, like I just shouldn't have raced.
Yeah, honestly, I do remember that too. Like you went from just being completely fine and then like tweaked it completely. You were just out for that day
Yeah.
and a half, and you still
Yeah.
somehow managed to get out, like try to put in an effort Sunday. And it's like, yeah, it's like really looking back, it's like it's kind of crazy that you did. And it's like, was it worth it?
I know. And at the time it's like it's a World Cup and we were there for a week and trained before. Like all that stuff considered, like I was there, I'm not gonna not race. That's just my mentality. But like realistically, like I shouldn't have raced the second day.
Yeah, that's just sport. We get in there. When you're there, you're like, I've already seen
I
enough work.
know.
I'm just gonna get in there.
Yeah, if I can do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like that's my mentality. But realistically, like a lot of the time it's, take care of yourself first. And I would say like now as a coach too, I'm way more conservative with my riders than I would have been with myself.
Mhm.
Probably partly because like I'm on the outside looking in, and like being been through it myself, like it's really not worth it. Like if you have to miss a race or two, like who cares? You're gonna have
Yeah.
a long career. Like it's really not worth it. And so
I
like
think, yeah.
at the time as a rider, like you don't think of that because you just work hard and it's devastating to miss something, but
Mhm.
yeah.
First instinct as an racer yourself is like, okay, what can I do to like kind of get back out there? What can I like tape up? What can I, put a band-aid on to get myself back out there? When really it's
Totally.
like, yeah, I've been in that same spot too. It's like, just take a break. Just, it sucks, but blow it off, get better, and you'll be better off later.
Yeah. And then, but at the same time, like it's the rider's body. So like, if you really want to push through it, like, like it's up to you, like whatever, it's your body.
So this is not a point I agree with, and this is, what did someone say? It's, whatever. But if it is that way, if it is the rider's body, when it comes to, and I'm not for this one bit. I need to state this because
You mean, should there be vaccine mandates? Is that what I'm just kidding. Go on.
No, but I feel bad saying this, but it's like, if someone has a concussion, is it their choice to get back out there or not?
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
That's
it is
tough
really
one.
tough to me. Yeah, really.
I think with head injuries, it's a bit different because you probably aren't like, there's a good chance you're not thinking clearly for one.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you probably don't know like the consequences of racing with it. And I think the consequences of racing with a head injury are like exponentially higher than racing with like a cracked wrist, which, depending on, usually isn't that big of a deal, to be honest, depending on the situation, of course. But like, I think with a head injury, you need someone to be like, no, you're not racing, because you could die. Like it's,
I agree. No, I do agree with that. Yeah.
But if it's something like a cracked wrist, it's like, well, like if you can tolerate the pain, like it's, it's up
There's
to
some
you.
things that all you're going to do is rest it anyways, or they're just going to say tape it up. It's not going to get any worse. If it's not going to get any worse, then it's your choice to just ride through it. So
Yeah, and I think with head injury, like sometimes the rider doesn't know what's best for them. As weird as that sounds, even though it's them. Like,
no, I know what you mean. Because a lot of times, you're not thinking straight. Like you said, you're not thinking straight. You're thinking, oh, I can just play this off. That's not the way to be thinking with that injury versus with the wrist. It's like, I can play this off. I can tape it. Normally, sometimes that's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a tough one. Want to do the game?
Do you want to do the game before we get into like the track talk or like the race talk for the weekend?
Yeah, let's do the game. The game's fun.
Okay. Do you want to hit us with get a little explanation for the people?
So yeah, I don't know what we call this game. We're gonna call it I don't know. We don't have a name for the game. I thought of it in bed last night. So we're gonna name 6 US airline companies, 5 Canadian airline companies, and then a few other things. So we'll get into it. I came up with the list.
So is it back and forth, and we're trying to win against each other, or is it a team game here?
I say we just kind of do it. I can't really do the airline ones because I looked up the list. So I'll just say those ones, and then we'll kind of just wing the other ones.
Okay. I don't even know if there are 5 airline companies in Canada.
There are surprisingly a lot.
Seriously?
There is some hilarity. Okay, yeah, we'll get into it.
All right. 6 U.S. airline companies. I'm going to go first. United.
Yeah, United. That's one.
United. Okay. So I'm just going, okay, Delta.
Yep.
Delta. That's another one. Air Canada, they're in the U.S. We're not counting that?
No,
Okay.
that'll be Canadian Airlines, yeah.
Okay. Southwest.
Yep.
Southwest. Oh, fuck. I'm starting
How many is that? 3?
That's 3 so far.
Okay.
I'm panicking a little bit. This is not good. This is why I don't test card.
Okay. So what's the U.S. state above BC?
Oh, Alaska Airlines. That's
Yeah.
That's
Alaska,
US. Got it. Okay. That one. That one.
It gets tough. It gets tough now.
Okay, because KLM's not even that's in the US. I know that.
No,
That's
that's
Dutch.
no.
Who else is Air One? Who else is United? What's a United company? What about United Express? Okay, stop that. Okay, go down the aisle. Okay, if I'm walking down through the airport, yeah, I see there's United, there's Delta, there's Southwest. What are my other options?
Okay, what's one that flies out of Bellingham?
Doesn't help me.
Small airline.
Bellingham, small airline. WestJet doesn't get
Allegiant Air. Allegiant, yeah.
Okay. What's that big yellow one? That might be one of those cheap ones. I'm trying to think of one of those cheap ones. Flair?
Gonna be honest, never heard of that one.
Yeah, that's one of those cheap ones. I think we need to look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now. Flair Airlines, one of those cheap.
There's one you might have heard of as well. The second word's a color.
JetBlue.
JetBlue, yeah.
I think that's all mine. That's all I got.
So on the list, there's Alaska, Allegiant, American, Delta, Frontier, Hawaiian, JetBlue, Southwest, Spirit, United. Yeah, there's more, but yeah, those are like some of the more main ones.
There's so many. Okay, fuck. All right.
All right. 5 Canadian airlines. This will be tougher because we don't have that many in Canada.
No, I think this is gonna be.
You're gonna have to go small.
Okay. Let's start. I'm gonna start basic. Air Canada 1. WestJet 2.
Yep.
Air Canada Rouge. Does that count?
No.
No. Okay. What's the one? There's a quick flight from BC to Alberta. It's a cheap flight. I want to say it's Flair Airlines. Can't be. That's the US one.
Yep, that's one.
Okay, that's it. That's the cheap one there, Flair. Okay.
That's 4.
That's 4?
Yep. Is that 4?
No, I think that was
You got Air Canada, WestJet, then you had the other one, and then that one.
Air Canada, WestJet, Flair.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Canada.
what's one that flies to Mexico? Air Transat.
Air Transat.
Air
That's
Transat.
airline. I thought that was a website.
That
was like a website.
Air Transat Holidays. Okay. One more. You have to go small.
One more. Okay. Oh, there's got to be like a French one. There's got to be a Quebec.
Okay, so you're not going to guess this one specifically, but if you would believe it, there's a fucking airline called Air Spray.
Air Spray?
Yeah, no joke. It's called Air Spray.
What? Like, who's
what a name?
Spray?
Out of Red Deer. Shout out Rick from Red Deer.
Shout
out Carson Kowalski's dad. He's actually Rick, and he's Rick from Red Deer.
From Red Deer. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have got that. What's another one though?
There's one called Bearskin Airlines. That is fucking awesome.
That's unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. There's one called we don't have a whole lot. I'm gonna be honest. I maybe should have done 4 because we don't have we don't we're kind of a small, like in terms of like this kind of stuff, we're a small country.
We have 2 airlines. At the end of the day, we have 2 airlines and one cheap.
Okay,
airline.
we'll cut it at that because I think we'll go Air Spray's the 5th one.
Okay.
All right, next one we'll both do together. Name 10 places that have had a UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. So,
okay.
Abbotsford.
Let's just alternate here. Okay, so you got Abbotsford. I'll get 5. I'll try to get 5. You try to get 5. Chula Vista.
Rock Hill.
I was going to take that. Appendall.
Sarasota. I think we covered all North American ones.
Okay. Argentina. Santiago del Estero. Del Estero.
Bogota.
Zolder.
Zolder. Copenhagen.
Sweden.
Okay, that's 10. Easy.
That was an easy one. We could go to like
Yeah.
15.
Okay, yeah. All right, name 10 repeat Supercross World Cup winners. All right, do the same thing. Connor.
Ooh. Okay, Connor, yep. Nick.
Joris.
Sylvain?
Yep.
Okay.
I think a dog just sprinted across the yard. I just saw a flash of black, like there's a missile coming through. So yeah, okay. The other day I was like sitting here and I saw some guy like walking into our backyard and I was like, what the fuck's this guy doing? And I looked and his dog is just sprinting down the backyard and then just came back and just ripped up the front yard again. All right, so let's start again. Okay. All right, Connor.
Nick.
Sylvain.
Joris.
Maris.
Elise.
Laura.
Mariana.
Shanae's. Reed.
Liam. Phillips.
Liam. Okay, we could have done like 20 for that one, probably.
We're done 10 each.
I made this game on the go, so.
This is our test run. This is a test.
All right,
run.
yeah. Next time will be better. I also didn't want to pre-prepare. You know, I didn't want to like, yeah.
That's fair.
How many USA BMX Pro titles have been won by people named Connor and Joris?
By people named Connor and Joris, not just Connor and Joris.
Well, I mean, who the fuck else is named Connor and Joris?
What if there's another Connor that won the title? I don't know.
There might be. Who knows?
It's 7 though.
Some old guy's like, 86, Connor Easton. All right, Connor. So we'll start with Joris. How many? So he won like what? 2000. I want to say. What was his first year?
Was it 14 or 15?
No, Maris was 15. So Joris 15.
I know he's won 4.
Joris 15, 16.
Not 17.
Joris 15, 16. Connor 17. What does actually do both? I guess. And then
Joris won 18.
I feel like Connor won 19.
Yeah, then Connor won 20.
No. Connor won 18.
Mm.
That was Connor's first year. He won.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't
That was
so.
my last. That was my last Grands, and he won the title. Yeah.
Because I was okay. All right. Well then Joris won 19. Connor won 20. Joris won 20, 21.
So every title since 2015, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 7.
Yeah. 4 and 3. That's all I knew. 4 and 3.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Wait, Connor's won 4?
Joris has won 4.
Okay.
That was a big deal when he won the 4th. Yeah.
4 and 3. Oh man. Wow. Is 4 titles? Is that good?
Is that good?
Is that good? How many USA BMX Pro titles do the Willoughbys have?
Oh.
Okay, so Sam has, I think, 3. So he's got 2010, 12, and 13.
Okay. Who won 14?
Yes, Maris.
Okay, and then it went to 15. Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
those 3 for him.
I'm pretty sure Elise is like 10.
This is where it gets dicey. I think it's 10.
It gets super dicey. I think it's 10 too. I think it's 10.
Is that good? Like
what a joke. 10 titles? Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
Let's try. Okay, so she would have won. Did I even know when the first one was? First
I don't
one
know
was
when she
probably
started.
the first one was probably in like 08 or something stupid.
It's probably when she was on. Wasn't she on like Event Bombshell or something? I don't know.
It's probably
Formula.
like when she was
on
on
Formula.
Formula. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go. Should we go 13?
Together, I would say I would bank on 13. My guess, if I could pick something, would be 13. Yeah,
I feel like it's 10. I feel like someone said that recently.
because she won. I think it was a big deal when she won 10.
I mean, it fucking should be a big deal. You kidding me? 10 times.
How many people won double digits, let alone? How many people won 1, let alone double digits?
It's hard to fathom. She's the GOAT. USA BMX GOAT.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right, last one. How many golf rounds in the 70s have Tori and James had on the golf course?
So, do you want me to guess for you? You guess for me, kind of deal?
Okay, sure. So I think you've probably had your first
I
one
think it'd
was
be
in
easier to guess.
your first one in Alberta would have been in 2020 in Cochrane, right? The place we always go.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah.
You've probably now. I mean, you've played some good golf the last year. I feel like you've probably had 8 to 10 range.
I've only had 6.
Okay, so not far off.
6, yeah, because one of them was I only played. That was only a front 9. It would have been. That was, yeah. But nowadays, you're right. Nowadays, it's not uncommon anymore.
No. I feel like if you have a good round, you shoot like a 78. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 77,
yeah.
78.
Yeah.
You've had way more than I have.
I don't actually know the number, but I probably know a range.
I'm gonna guess the amount of rounds I got to base on the round of rounds you play when you've been in California, but you shot a lot of rounds up here on your home course that I think you did. I'm gonna guess in like the 18 to 22 range.
Yeah, I would say probably. Yeah, I would. That's probably fair. I would probably say around 20, give or take. Yeah, that's probably fair.
That's what I was thinking. Around 20, I was gonna give or take a couple, because I don't really know.
Yeah, because I feel like in 2020 was the first year I shot in the 70s, and I think I only did it like probably 5-6 times. Then last year I would have done it pretty consistently, probably say 10 to 15 range, and then this year probably like 5 so far this year, probably.
Yeah, I haven't played as much, so
Yeah. So yeah, probably around 20. Yeah. So the combined,
Decent.
we're like 25 to 30 range. I mean, it's pretty good.
combined, we're sick at golf, and everybody loves it.
Combined, we are fucking. That's a weekly golf check-in for the boys.
All right.
Back to the BMX stuff. Men and women preview this weekend. I'm excited to watch it on the feed again. So I'm going back to San Diego on Wednesday. I'm going to sit on my couch, put it on. So I got YouTube TV, and I just got my brand new 50-inch fucking QLED Samsung free plug there. Or I think it's QLED. I don't think it's QLED. I think it's QLED. And I'm just gonna sit on my couch like a gentleman, drink my coffee, and just watch some BMX racing.
I absolutely love to hear it. Well, it's going to be an absolute time. It's going to be a weekend for you.
It's going to be fantastic.
I love it. No, I think it's going to be an exciting weekend once again. I mean, Supercross racing in the U.S. these days, you have the amount of Europeans you have over here chasing the title, the amount of just foreigners you have in general, just over here racing, like the whole Japanese team is here, a bunch of Euros. Obviously, we had Sylvain on. The last 2 winners of the Supercross in the men's field and the women's of the Supercross years have all been Europeans. So it'll be really exciting. I think it will. I mean, Joris is one of those guys you expect to be on the podium or expect to get a win like almost once per weekend. At an off weekend in Houston, I think I see a bounce back from him. Female class there's a lot of people. I think it'll be cool to see Say in the mix coming up. So a lot of action. I think there's going to be a lot of action coming up. Eh?
Boy, or moto's not going to be easy.
Oh my gosh, no.
No, they're not going to be easy. How many guys do you think you'll have?
I think there are a few of the French guys that went home that were in Houston, so I'm going to guess, but I think we're adding a few because we have some more Canadian people coming down. I think there might be more Japanese. Actually, I'm not sure. That's probably not. I'm going to guess around the 45 range, 40, 45 riders, which almost doesn't seem like enough. It seems kind of low, but I don't know, maybe 50? There's probably more people from Florida that are coming up to Rock Hill that instead of that went to Houston.
So if they say there's like 45, do they go like 7 racks of like 6 and 7 riders probably then?
Usually they're pretty full. Yeah. Oftentimes, I mean, last weekend I was surprised seeing some rounds of 5 or 6 guys in the motos. Normally at these races, like nowadays, they just completely pack them, and then the next round they'll just have less guys, won't be a full rack. So motos will probably be pretty stacked.
Yeah, motos will be hard. You got to be snapping from the get-go. It's going to be like a World Cup, like a mini World Cup.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see, like we talked about before, how the turns work out in racing. The jump out of the first turn on the men's side is a little bigger than it used to be. So the straight's running a little slower because you got to float the first one a little more. But with the turns, like people are going to have to keep some speed if they want to, make it through. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out, especially if there's a headwind. I mean, that always causes chaos on this track. So
are you guys pedal manualing the double in the first straight, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think most people are just pedal up to a quick stop to get up the lip so you don't get completely sketchy, and then just pedal manual all the way to the next jump. Once you're like hit the first little roller, it's like nothing. It's like you just hit a speed bump and you keep going.
Right.
Yeah. And then the jump in the turn's so basic too. It's either a pulled manual pump or a double manual or just manual. So there's not really much excitement on the first straight. So
Are you going in faster than before?
definitely, yeah, I think so for sure.
Yeah.
Which should make the second straight easier, you'd think. But like I said, that first one's a little bigger. Because the first one's a little bigger, we'll see. Yeah. But like I said, we're not really able to carve the turn as well because it is a little slippery. You got to be a little more cautious. But I got to think you'll be able to carry more speed than we had before. Like I've only done a couple of half laps. Tiptoed my way through the turn both times. It was soaking wet, but it was still like no big deal getting out of the turn, getting down the straightaway. So
yeah. It's another track too. It's really tough from the outside, like from 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, my one thing is I guess without having a second jump there, I could see there being more of an opportunity to make the outside work because if somebody like we look at Neek, he's always been a good starter from the outside. He has more opportunity to kind of open up those legs a little bit. Before, you're right, with that second jump, I mean, it was near impossible to get over. Happened once in ever, I think, on this track.
Gonzalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a first straight that was. Holy shit.
You talk about uncorking one.
Yeah. But yeah, the racing will be good. I think it'll be interesting to see if there's a bit more of a pecking order now, because the first race is usually a bit of a shit show in terms of kind of people all over the place, and then it kind of like natural kind of order of people falls into place. So it'll be interesting to see if it's kind of a bit more like that, or if it's still kind of anyone's game. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Someone who always is like has a little extra edges, not extra edge, I shouldn't say that, but is doing an extra little bit of a line to get going faster is Larson. He's one of those guys pedaling to the bottom. He was doing it last year.
I saw that.
Doing it again this year. It's really quick when he does it, but also he sometimes gets a little sketch, like a little wobble at the bottom because he's flooring it and then you kind of get beat out a bit. So, I mean, we'll see if it works out for him, but something to keep an eye on for sure.
It is a little sketchy for sure in general to do that. I never tried it at Rock Hill. I'm like kind of scared to do that.
I remember trying it out one of the years before the Worlds there in 2017. Like I was trying different gears to see what worked because I hated stopping early. Never got comfortable with it. You got to just grind through the bottom to be able to do that.
just lean back and just hold it wide open. And I remember Twan was doing it a few years ago and he was getting a little sketchy through it. I was like, nope, not for me.
Nope. Yeah, I'll just pump and double pedal. I'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The double pedal though is really key. Like you need to really double pedal that.
It's huge. Yeah, one pedal is normally like a setup pedal. You don't really get much out of it. Two pedals, you can get a lot out of it there for sure.
Yeah. So I think if guys aren't double pedaling before the first jump, they're going to be losing some time too.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing because it's not a natural thing either.
It's true too, and it's not like it's like I would say Houston for me. Remembering I didn't race the race, but getting two pedals was pretty standard there. I would say it was more space there than here. This one, it's like to get two, it's pretty tight to the lip. So you got to be pump and then right on quick two, and you still pedal into the bottom of the lip a little bit. So
yeah,
hit or miss if you're going to get it. So
yeah.
Dark horse pick in the men's field this weekend.
Oh, should we end with some dark horse picks?
Well, we'll talk about the women briefly in a sec. But I was thinking dark horse picks. You got it. I'm gonna say it. Ryan Tugas, baby. If you're listening, buddy, you watch out for the kid.
You did it. Ryan Tugas. Yeah, I want to see him. I want to see some light some dudes up.
Dude, I'm looking like even if I'm in his moto, I might just look to the side and watch a little bit.
I don't know, but is Cam Larson a dark horse pick?
Not really to me.
No, okay.
No, I mean,
yeah, he was gonna be my. Yeah, I know he's not really a dark horse.
It wouldn't surprise me if he won. I'd be like awesome, like you put it together, good for you. So to me, that's not like, not a dark horse.
Who would be a dark horse pick there? Brian too, because that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Alex.
Great, that's a great one too. The brothers will come back in town.
Yeah, the two brothers they're fucking back, baby.
Absolutely, they are.
Yeah, dark horse pick.
I like them. Women's field, like I said, it'll be nice to see Saya back in the mix with them. More girls. There's a lot of girls, I think, coming out this one. I mean, I didn't see the motos of the women in Houston, but I was watching practice lately, and there's a lot of girls going quick. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I hope Saya races well.
I think she will. I mean, she's always quick. She's always kind of up the front. Her and Laura have been watching do battles the past few days, and they're back and forth, like kind of who gets the elbow, who doesn't. So
I think I haven't talked to her, but I would think Elise would be there too this weekend.
dude, I don't think she's racing yet. She wasn't in Houston.
Yeah.
Her Instagram pics, like you see something from her, like she's going somewhere to train, she's going to a race, she's training. I haven't seen anything around her. I don't think she's racing yet, and we should really just send a message and ask. But yeah, I don't think she's coming yet.
Yeah, and Felicia's still out. She's not coming back yet, or she's not back racing yet. So you had those two in the series too, and boy, would it be good.
Man, it would be, yeah, really stacked.
You're missing the top two Americans.
Yeah, unfortunately so, which is really too bad. Like they're the past two champions of the series so far. It's a good opportunity right now for someone like Laura or someone like Molly who is going after, like, let's say the overall title. Get your scores in early while there's quote unquote, like, I mean, less of top girls.
It really is. Like these first couple races, you could get off to a good head start and get some scores in without Felicia and Elise, which they're going to be tough to beat if you're someone going for the title.
Yeah, you know that
once they come back,
they're comfortable at these races. So yeah,
those two win a lot. So for the women going for the title, this is a really good opportunity to get some good scores in if you're going for the series overall.
Thunder Midget in our YouTube chat, Souza for a dark horse pick. What do you think?
I don't know if I call him a dark horse either.
It's hard because so many, although maybe he hasn't won a race in the recent eyes, like recently, he's still so fast. Like, he's a contender when he's in there. So it's hard to think of him as a dark horse either.
He's a world champ bronze medalist from a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't consider a world champ medalist a dark horse. Like he's
put it together when it counts. Yeah.
Isaac Kennedy. He's not he podiumed last weekend. So
podium both times.
So yeah, he's not either. We're sticking with the Tugas Pros. Who are you saying the dark horse for the women?
Dark horse for the women. Man, I'm not gonna pick someone like Molly. I don't think she's a dark horse. She's in the mix. She's one of those ones you expect to see at the front. But I also think, like, if I was to pick someone like Delaney, I think she's one that's almost expected to be up the front there too.
Yeah, she won the Grands. I mean,
she did. Right, yeah.
She won the Grands. So that's kind of who I was thinking of too. But yeah, she won the Grands.
I would say maybe Sai Hatakeyama, but
that's a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah, I think maybe some of the North American people might not know her as well. Obviously, we're familiar with her from the World Cup circuit, being in Europe a lot. She's quick. She's in the mix a lot. But yeah, people might need to keep an eye out for her.
All right. Yeah, I think it's a good one. I'll cheat and I'll go the same pick.
I like it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. You got that one. I got me too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got her. Yeah, no, I got her too. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep the change.
That's all we got, right?
Yeah, I like it though. I like it. It's going to be an exciting weekend. I mean, people come into town that haven't ridden the track. You need to be prepared to hit that second jump. It's going to be scary. It's going to be big. It's going to take some balls to hit that thing.
All right. And all you people listening, subscribe to our YouTube, especially you, Stuart. Have I done a Stuart yet?
I don't think you've done a Stuart yet.
All right, Stuart. You're probably listening to this show and, in your car and whatnot. Just hit subscribe on YouTube or just subscribe to us on iTunes. It's pretty simple. Or give us a 5-star rating if you enjoy our content.
If you enjoy it, how could you not? It's just a nice thing to do. I'm gonna touch in on the female listeners again. I'm going for a Jennifer.
Good one. Good one.
There's a Jennifer. There's a rider. Maybe you're a mom listening with your kid in the car right now. I don't want you to go on your phone in the car. That's unsafe. But once you maybe drop your kid off at drop old Johnny off at a soccer practice, or maybe he's going to baseball, maybe he's going to the BMX track, I don't know. Hop on that phone. You got some data. You probably have free data. Hop on there, go to our YouTube, go to our Instagram, hit that subscribe, hit that follow. We might do a giveaway once the YouTube hits 1,000 or our Instagram hits 10,000. Who knows?
Who knows? Quick shots. Yeah, I forgot about this.
Let's just rip through them. We got a few quick shots. We'll just rip through them quickly for everyone listening. From Joey Holden, Houston or Rock Hill first straight?
Houston for sure.
I'd take Rock Hill.
Really?
I don't know why. I'm not a big Houston fan. The way it turns more to the right versus I think Rock Hill's a little more straight. That's why.
I'm gonna go Houston off the 5 meters first straight.
Okay. That's a good one. From our boy Kimmy Whedon, 18. Worst BMX product ever.
Oh boy,
It's a
we're
toughie.
just gonna slander someone.
We're just gonna roast. You know what? No, it doesn't have to be like a company or a product. You know what I thought was ridiculous, but you loved was those curved handlebars.
Oh, that's
That
a good one. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, the power curve babies.
the power curve handlebars.
The
Power
Johnny
curve.
Robinsons.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? The worst BMX product is like the road pedals. I think those are super shit to use in BMX. Super
Yeah.
shit. I understand because they're tighter and your foot's more locked in, but like you unclip, you're fucked.
You're screwed at that point. You're almost never getting. You're not. It's you're gonna have to slow down to get back in.
And people will say, "Oh, you're messed up or you're fucked if you unclip in regular clips," and you're not, because I've unclipped in turns and clipped back in and still like got top 4 or whatever. So
Yeah, same. Like out of the gate, it's not that hard to
yeah,
get back in.
yeah.
You got
Go
it.
ahead. No, go ahead.
From Kay Wilburn. How many riders are going to eat it over that stupid second jump on the first straight?
Hopefully none. None should.
None should, and I hope not, because if you're eating shit over that, you're going fast.
All right, from Ashton Brown BMX, favorite up and coming US amateurs.
Favorite up and coming.
I'll go Cedric Cade and Ava Corley, really good riders. I know it's kind of a cop out because they're like the 2 best, but yeah, big fans of them both. They're awesome.
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean they're in the mix. They're exciting to watch.
Yeah.
I'm just going. I haven't really watched much racing, but the stuff I have, I enjoy watching Drew Polk. He's a little bull out there. It's a little aggressive sometimes, but it's entertainment.
Yeah.
I love to see it.
Yeah. We just picked the 3 best ones. Good for us.
Yeah. Clearly, we don't pick that much.
All right, favorite up and coming. We'll just do our own favorite up and coming Canadian riders.
Favorite up and coming. Up and coming. So somebody that's really kind of I'm not gonna say. I'll let you say your guy. One of you guys are coaching, like whatever. I'm gonna go with. I can't remember his name right now. Say your guy. Say yours. Let me find my guy.
Hard to pick one, but I really like watching Brady Mitchke, and I've been working with him for a while. But he's a good rider.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like Ryan or like Carson. I know they're both up and coming guys. I want to shoot a little younger right now. And
that's kind of what I meant, like young.
Young kids. Yeah. I feel bad for forgetting his name, but I just haven't seen him.
Oh, you know who I really like too? Logan Lee. She's awesome.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
She's a shredder. Yeah, she's one of my favorites too.
I'm gonna find this name, P. I'm gonna find this. Is there an Alpha Bike? He rides for that company.
Just take your time, pal. Just take your time.
I'm kind of figuring out how I can find him.
He's from Alberta, or where's he from?
He's from BC. I don't know if it's Ridge. I think it's Ridge. Where if I look something up? Oh, I know how to find it. Oh, it's gonna take me a while to find this photo.
Okay, maybe we just mulligan or what?
Maybe we just. I'm just gonna keep doing it as we finish the podcast, and by the end of this podcast, by the time I get to it, I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna
All
say
right.
it out loud.
From Freckles BMX, your favorite Rock Hill memory on or off the track?
Oh, this is a good one. You want me to go first?
Go first. Yeah.
I gotta say my favorite. It's not a cop up, but my favorite is semifinal at the World Cup, making first World Cup main, past Renault in the last turn, the big high low in the last turn, past him, and then to cross the line and see Tori in front of me.
Yeah.
And then him look back and just give a good like fuck yeah. That was it.
I just got goosebumps thinking about it. I remember I crossed the line, looked back, I was like, fuck yeah, Palm.
That was I just ripped by it too because I was like right back to the
yeah, you did. Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, that was huge for me.
I would say that one was a really good one. I would say probably my most favorite is the first 3 race the World Cup in the rain. And then I got second. I came from 7th to 2nd in the main, World Cup main, and got second to Maris, and Connor was on the podium in 3rd. And me and Connor had trained. We were both working with PH at the time, and we had trained there for like 2 weeks before. And so just to train together for whatever 2 weeks before in Rock Hill and both finished on the podium with Maris in the rain and everything was super exciting. We had a huge hug at the finish line. That was really cool. That was really cool.
That was sick. Yeah.
And looking back to be on the podium with 2 Olympic champions, I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's a damn cool podium to be on.
That's a really cool one. Yeah.
The entire race was such a good one.
I gotta say, that was like, even objectively, that's one of the best mains of all time. I think, just for like, is pouring fucking rain. There was so much that happened. Maris killed everyone, and then like everyone else was just like switching positions everywhere. It was wild.
So much shuffling.
Yeah. Like, I think that was like an all-time Supercross main event overall.
Yeah. The kid who I was thinking of, Lucas Zhao.
Oh, to be honest, I thought that's who you might have been thinking of.
Yeah. Keep an eye on.
Favorite moment off the track. I gotta say some of the most fun we had was playing NHL 2017 on my PS4 in the hotel room. We went fucking at it.
That was unreal, because that trip, we kind of mentioned it before, I think, but the hotel, we were in a janky ass Best Western. Some guy was cooking fish
Super
in
8.
his room or something. Super 8, yeah. He was cooking a steak or he's cooking some fish in his room. Had to be. It was smoking, smelling like ridiculousness, and we were just gaming, absolutely gaming.
That was the week before the US race too. We had to make a rule we couldn't play PS4 past 9 p.m. because we were just getting way too hyped.
The heart rate would be elevated more than when I'd ride the track.
Yeah, I was just sweating playing.
It's crazy.
I think it's all we got, right?
I think that's it for today. Yep.
All right. Thanks to ProGate Europe. Winning starts at the Great Gate. Good luck to all you riders racing in Rock Hill. Safe travels, and enjoy the weekend. It'll be a good national. I feel like this is one of the biggest, best nationals of the year for USA BMX. So it'll be a cool one.
Looking forward to seeing people out there, saying hi, racing again. We're gonna miss you out there, T. Gonna have to hit a Chatter TV without you, I think. Get some people.
Oh god damn it! I haven't been in a Chatter TV in years.
we hit the grand one.
Tulsa. Right. I forgot Tulsa.
Otherwise, it's like, it doesn't feel the same.
I know. I look forward to seeing the chatty TV.
Yeah.
It'd be good for chatty TV. Like, get like Chris Luna or one of those dudes on. If you
can. Yeah. You know what? The
Yeah.
problem is, like, when I'm doing it by myself, I have to ask somebody to come film for me. But maybe if I got 2 good boys with me, maybe they can help me out a bit, or I can get somebody. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Gotta get somebody.
But yeah. Have a good week in Rock Hill, everyone. Make